What up? Probably. I'm supposed to, but it's my late in. Supposed to go at like 9:30, so we'll see. Heather's probably gonna come over after she gets off work. I'm gonna see if I can't get the night off, but
there's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On first down, Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
Dude, Cam's so trash in this game.
Across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Like 3 and 5 or something.
Ready, look at it. Mark 59. Watch the out, watch the out.
Now Cam, option left. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
On first and 10, Newton. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Yeah,
and the game here in the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
I don't know. I told Shane, like, we need to expand it next.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Only like,
give him 4 on the carry there. It's second and goal.
There's not very many.
When we talk about being on schedule, like, I think they're on
teams,
schedule.
You know what I mean?
After
and, like,
that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Players,
maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
I'm trying to get it to expand it to both sides. Like, if you have a little bit more user games, it'd be better to have more. Or, I mean, computer games would be better to have more, like, user games in the playoffs, so that you could actually, like, play more into the playoffs.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Here's Newton.
Throw the ball.
Pressure now, and he's
going to go down. Ball.
Sack back around the 8. Wesley Woodyard.
How does he not throw the ball?
5th sack of the season.
That was bullshit.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening
Everybody
drive?
was.
Here's third and goal. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is going to be intercepted.
Oh, wow.
Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their
linebackers selling out for a one-handed pick.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll roll him out right. He's got the hook up to Jay Sternberger, the rookie.
Rodgers.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
59, Mike to 59. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Mike spot 9.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he'll take this one
roll over everybody
to the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Check. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Go.
To throw is Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run. It's Johnson. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
Who is that? Is that Duke?
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Oh, David Johnson.
I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw pressure
from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
Probably David Johnson. Just because he's the #1.
The last play of the quarter.
So.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up.
Oh, wow.
On what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll go down inside.
That's what cost me in the championship against Shane 1 year, dude. They're not in the championship, but... Oh, dude. I went to juke, and he stepped out of bounds, and he ended up beating me. Heather has a video of me, like, throwing my controller, bro. I freaked out. Yeah.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more.
Hey, 88.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And that is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Panthers will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg.
Oh, really?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
That dude was hella fast.
Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Not playing wrong football. Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton.
And
that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look.
I saw the linebackers come down. I thought he was going to be open.
Backs blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Bounce. Stop.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way
into
the end zone for a touchdown.
Earlier, the Brad and Shane played, dude, that was
the Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up the points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the side?
He dropped the ball in the end zone on the very last play.
Not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense.
Brad,
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild.
I mean, it wasn't wide open, but he had it, dude. It was.
See what his offense can do.
Oh man. Yeah, he wasn't like wide open, but he was open. Had his hands on it, and then
good enough for a Packer first down.
Just dropped it.
I think it all came together there. In breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike spot 4.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Kuechly.
It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Stepped right in front of that.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Newton. His throw's going to be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So the line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Fucking block that dude, man.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Oh, no.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good,
like
and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, remember, last year in Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game, you know, and me and my crew, we got to see him. When they lined up, we thought, that's a long way. We know he's got a big leg, and then he hammered it. Probably would have been good up to about 70 yards. And after the game, head coach Ron Rivera told the media that his special teams coach had told him, hey, he's good up to 65, coach. At each game, that's what the special teams coach does. Evaluates the distance, lets the head coach know.
Yeah, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Kuechly again?
It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Now, following the interception, here's Newton.
Get out of there.
He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Newton. To the right side and complete to Thomas. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first
Baker
half.
looked better tonight. He had some missed throws, but put a little bit better.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw, Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted.
How's the lineman going to do that, bro?
He's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Caught on the right side by Adams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Rodgers going to throw. Forced out to his left. Avoids the contact by sliding. And this offense
I was going to try to dump truck you, dude.
Timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet.
0-0, bro. This is a game.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach,
basically,
after a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down. But
they're like, well, let me switch dudes. I got to figure out, like,
give him 15 there, and the Packers have a
first.
first.
Or something, dude.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Come on.
Johnson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 39.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And my goodness, this is incomplete.
I thought Kuechly was going to get his third.
Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Did something.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Wow. Should have kept going. I was going to challenge it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey.
Oh, man.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Corey Graham brings him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Oh, hold that
maybe
block, Olsen.
23.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. So I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now it's Newton.
Got him.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his fifth touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Thanks, bro.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary?
My defensive ends are good. My fucking
take care of the defense take care of the offense. That
my
didn't happen on the
tackles
last
are
possession.
trash.
This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
No, my tackles on defense.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers.
Nope.
Throw, but the catch is made.
No way.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
No way. No, they won't let you challenge it. You just have to continue.
A gain of 10 yards.
I don't know about that, bro.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able
I don't
to
feel
get
like they use him enough in the game.
11
Not
more on
again
that one, and another
for the
first down.
Packers.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dante Hightower able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On play action. Now Rodgers.
No.
Crossing route complete.
No, bro. No.
He's inside the 30. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Rodgers now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. K1 short. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Throw left side, complete to Ross. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. That's
Get him.
his running back.
Get him.
Complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effect? And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. Trying to get it to Landry there.
Does not to do that one on 4th.
Critical error there in a tight game with the 4th.
All you talk about
I was trying to hit the crossing route. I hit the wrong dude. I hit square instead of circle.
Here in the 4th quarter, turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. The intended receiver was David Johnson. And it's 3rd down.
Kuechly bearing down, dude.
Receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Rolling to his right.
No.
It's caught outright by Graham. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end Graham. Packer 1st down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Luke Kuechly picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers.
No! Oh, my God. Come on.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
In the slot on the right is Graham. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Jump out!
To throw, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Dante Hightower giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. He's back to throw. And this effort
don't do that, Rodgers.
As they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. Rodgers to throw for.
Nope. Oh!
Touchdown, Packers. Dez Bryant, his 4th touchdown.
Did you get him off the waiver wire?
As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the
free
final
agent.
2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2.
He's coming. Double up.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is Mason Crosby for the point after.
You can audible hit square. You should be able to audible to make sure you're doing it right.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
That's hella funny. Did you see that Bears game yesterday? Dude, wild.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
I know. Not like the fucking playoffs.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yeah, not like the playoffs. Stupid ass fucking
The offense
Cody
now
Parkey.
at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of
This is going to
No!
be intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. And they will score.
No way. Are you serious right now, bro?
As big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by
That's
accident.
weak.
That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone. For a
That's
touchdown
so
for
weak.
themselves.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
All right, well, now I can't play for a field goal.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So they will
I hate when I do that
accept the
shit,
penalty
dude.
and move forward. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not,
come
because
on.
this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now.
I couldn't get one of my dudes to come up with some crazy shit play.
Second down, but this time it's incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now Newton.
Oh, my God.
A crusher there as it's intercepted.
Good shit, dude.
Picked off by Demarius Randall, and the return comes to a halt.
Cam's so trash. That was so bad.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly.
He'd have been wide open if I'd have thrown it deep, dude.
After that one. And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right, well,
he looked wide open, dude.
Interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup.
Like the linebacker stepped in, dude. Like that was the right read at first, but I didn't see the safety coming down.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson.
Rip it.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They lost 2.
Well, I'll talk to you tomorrow. See if.
Well, forget about finding a lane.
He
barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.